Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
The sun hangs heavy over the Valley of the Setting Sun. The Valley of the Setting Sun is a Scion 2nd edition game set in Phoenix, Arizona, and starring Craig as Sir Nicholas, Slavek as Jesse, and Mitch as Gary. Join our heroes as they adjust to their new powers and navigate the tangled roots of the Scion community. Will our heroes be able to achieve their destinies, or will their bones be left to dry under the desert sun? You can reach out to us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM or on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night, where you can find a link to our Discord. So where we last left off, our heroes had just delved into the tunnel system beneath Phoenix and recovered a minotaur from the clutches of the Deicide group. And so now they have reconvened back at Nick's castle, where Jesse has been acquiring even more recruits for his up-and-coming fight club. And Nick has invited Mel to come over and do some magic to see if you can help out the Minotaur find his family. All right. So, Jesse, you just finished up your conversation with Sir Arcane. The sun. It's about like early afternoon right now. It's about like 3-ish in the 3 p.m.ish. So you get a call on your phone.
Yeah, Jesse here.
So let me get this straight. You were gonna tell me that Loki was in town, right? And you hear this is the voice of Theophania Jones.
Oh, hey Tiffany. Why should we tell you?
Because, here's the thing. In the Scion community, it's generally considered good manners to let people know if certain characters are in the vicinity. Now, say a Japanese person, the kami would be polite to say, "Oh, wait, there's an Oni in the area." People tend to want to know if there's a shape-shifting, man-eating demon out there. Or, if, say, a Nazi walks in, it would be polite of someone to let other people know. Loki, who has a history of, poking things with a stick that shouldn't be poked, and well, just look what he did to the Valley. That he got the whole Acer banned from the Valley, like for stuff he did 40 years ago. You think, you'd want to let people know about it.
What did he do 40 years ago?
Wait, I thought, aren't you like Acer or something?
Well, I'm kind of new to this thing, and I've talked to my mom like once.
Wait, who's your mom?
Well, she's Scotty, so.
Scotty's, and they do like some. Oh, that one. Okay, that makes sense when they talk to you about him. Well, how I'm pretty sure people will mention to you that the Acer aren't really allowed in the Valley, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's because of Loki. You can probably guess. And here's why. So, I wasn't alive for this, but I've heard there's some story that I think it was in the 70s or something? I don't remember when exactly. It was a while ago. So Loki decided he wanted to have a place for his daughter Hela. He wanted to open some kind of portal to her realm so he could visit her or something. Instead of doing that, what he did was open up a gateway to Jotunheim, the Frost Giant. Now, I'm sorry, but no offense to your mother or anything, but most frost giants aren't the best company. And when they find themselves in a desert area, they decide that the heat has to go. And the contest between frost giant and heat loses. So for a while there, the whole city kind of went to a mini ice age. And I don't know if you noticed it, the buildings, they're not really good for keeping out the cold. So there was a huge debacle about that.
I know, I kind of like the cold. Might have improved the place, honestly.
Well, I can't blame you for that, but I don't know. I've seen some pictures. I don't think having snow piles about like 10 feet high are that great for the houses, especially since all the roofs here are flat, essentially.
I'm sure they'd adapt eventually. Anyway, besides the point. So, okay, Loki did some bad shit. Didn't know about that. I guess I'll keep an eye out, but I mean, he can shapeshift anyway, so what'd be the point of telling anyone?
Well, here's the thing: the portal they closed it, but it's like sewing up a torn shirt. You can fix the hole, but the stitches are still there. And you mentioned that Loki happened to have something called the Father of Knives, something very good for cutting things. So, in my opinion, I don't think I want Loki to have that knife, or whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Okay. Anything else? You didn't find I don't know vampires in the street last day, or
Well, he met
I
some
don't know, you
trolls.
didn't get. Okay, trolls. That's no problem. I thought you were going to say that you found like the head of Gormagonder or something down there. Gormagonder.
I wish.
Please don't please don't bring your giant snake here, please.
Snakes are awesome. Right, Gormagander?
Yes.
He's right here with me. He says he misses you. And that we should go out to coffee or beer. Beer is better.
At that point, she just hangs up.
Jesse laughs to himself, and then, well, Nicholas should probably know about this, so let's go find him.
All right. So Nick, you're doing the stuff when Jesse comes up to you.
Hey, Nick, you got a minute?
Sir Nicholas is, yeah, and he looks down where Mel's still kind of doing stuff on the floor with various witchy implements and like a big glob of minotaur hair. And
looks like you're completely useless here. Come on. All right. So I got a call from Tiffany, and apparently not telling people that Loki's around is considered bad manners, which honestly just
I don't
know why she'd expect me to tell her or whatever. And second thing, so right 40 years ago, Loki apparently opened like a portal to Jotunheim in the valley. A bunch of frost giants popped out, turned everything frozen solid, and then the gods kind of just put them away and sealed the portal. But now that Loki has his Father of Knives thing, she's thinking that he might want to reopen the portal. Why? I don't know. Maybe he just really likes, I don't know, freezing stuff.
I mean, it would save on air conditioning in the area, but are we sure that's what this Father of Knives is going to be able to do?
It's just one possibility. Or maybe he might open another portal that was opened and is now closed that we don't know about, which just makes this even more complicated.
I mean, Jesse, you're all right in my book, but perhaps maybe frost giants showing up during the Thunderbird migration will, cause quite a stir. I hear they're not the type of thing you want to piss off.
Actually, yeah, if you want to go into more of that, you can give me an occult/intellect roll, I think.
Both of us?
Yes.
All right.
I got the one die then.
I got two.
You can always ask Gormagonder stuff.
Yeah,
it's true.
Let's try this roll.
Yeah, let's roll first, and let's see if he has anything to interject with. It's the New World of Darkness roll, right?
Too bad I wasn't using culture.
Yes, I failed.
Let's see. Yeah.
Isn't that like a botch or something?
A 1 on 1 die, I think.
Yeah.
That's a botch. So
I know something.
Yeah. So
I know something and it's wrong.
So basically you're thinking like, okay, yeah, if the frost giants, if they come out during the Thunderbird migration, they'll start riding the Thunderbirds as mounts. They'll combine.
Yeah, Jesse. I mean, ice giants are terrifying already, but imagine them on these. Actually, I don't want you to imagine them running sweet birds because I don't want you to get any ideas.
Did you know I could walk on clouds?
No. Did you know I could walk on water?
I can do that too, but it freezes, so technically I can't.
So we spend a few minutes throwing together crackpot theories before we finally decide to ask the snake what it knows.
And Mel is still in the place,
Poor Mel, she has more occult knowledge than the two of us combined times 30.
I mean, if this was culture rock music, I would have known everything about it. But
yeah, but I'm afraid Frost Giant's a bit outside your wheelhouse. you know a lot of stuff, just not that stuff.
Jesse just straight up doesn't know stuff.
So yeah, are you going to ask Gormagander and Mel, or you just?
I assume Gormangander will interject by himself
All right,
as soon
yeah.
as we start going to the more insane theories.
Give me something crazy. Just I want to hear your crazy thoughts.
It's okay. So Loki, he's gonna use the Father of Knives to open a portal into another dimension where the gods have to hide from humanity, and then he's gonna steal the Jesse from there, and he's gonna try to make him fight me, and we're gonna fight over who the best Jesse is.
But don't you want that anyways?
I mean, yeah, but also that would mean one less Jesse in the multiverse.
Sir, boss, stop. Just stop. You see, like
Gormagander,
Gormagander just
you
sort of
don't
like,
wanna-
just sort of like trying to, like, not really nibble, just sort of like, half bite your ear, making sure actually not to, tear it off. Boss, frost giants, they're not stupid all the time like that. If Loki did bring them here, they would remember the last time they did this and how violently the other pantheons reacted. If the frost giants came through, they if they truly are doing this, they might have bought Loki something, trying to win Loki's lonely for something, trade for something. But what, I don't know. We don't even. And again, that is if Loki wants to reopen the old portal.
Is Gormagander saying this out loud for both of us, or just in Jesse's ear?
I think, yeah. He's saying this out loud. He's gone from like otter snake size to more like python size now. You can hear him better.
But maybe it's just Loki's plan to lure as many pantheons here as possible with this threat, and we already know he or she or whatever has access to those drugs. Maybe he's trying to start something bigger, or she. I don't know. I'm bad with these pronouns.
Do not worry. Just pick one and be consistent with Loki. It truly does not matter. So, in my experiences and the teachings of my elders, Loki is one to cause mischief. Actual malice is rare, most of the time. So, simply one must question what would be the most mischief to be caused. And a knife, if this knife has whatever this knife is, it is something that can cut. And if it is truly as old and as powerful as the wars around that briefcase warrant, then there are lots of things that can be cut that would be annoying or cause mischief, especially if there are egos to be poked and prodded with at this gathering on the migration day.
And Nick's saying probably a little bit louder than he needs to say. But if 40 years ago he's just cutting holes in reality so he can get through, I mean, what's to stop her from doing it again? And I mean, maybe Loki just plans to make a bunch of entrances like at the mall and just like let everything into the area. That'd be pretty chaotic.
And then you hear from a voice from like a doorway, Loki's gonna do what? And you turn and see Mel standing in like the doorway.
And
He's
Nick
gonna
turns
do.
around.
We don't really know what he's really gonna do. It's Loki.
Rewind a bit. So Loki is here and ripping
Might be here.
Cutting holes in reality?
Not yet. Well, I mean, I guess the Astorion thing already counts as ripping holes. So yeah, essentially.
It's a working theory.
And that you would see like her face just sort of like goes for like several different emotions, and she like, opens her mouth, shuts her mouth, opens, shuts without saying a word, and then she just okay, I'm going to sit down. I am not going to panic. I'm going, and then you see like she puts on some headphones in. She just sits down on the couch and just closes her eyes and just listens to the music.
Well, that went well, says Nick sarcastically.
I mean, what can we do?
All right. So yeah, you three, like, so you guys sort of like ponder and go over like different ideas for what Loki's plan might be. At one point, you look to find Gary to find his input, but then you find a little note in like the kitchen saying, "Gone off to do errands for party. Do not Do not interrupt vital work.
How much loop does that guy need?
I don't really know. I don't think anyone knows.
All right, so it's it's later in the evening. You've all sort of had dinner, and then the sun's gone down by this point. Then you hear a knock on the castle door.
Sir Kinrain, could you get that?
Yes, sire. A little bit. You hear some talking, and you come back and says, "It seems there is a young woman here requesting your aid, Sir Nick."
Sir Nick is surprised, but tries not to show it. As he gets up, probably eating some really basic spaghetti, I don't know, because Nick's not very good at cooking things, and he just assumes that everyone eats terrible food all the time. So he gets up and goes to the door.
All right, so yeah, you go to the door and you see it looks like a college-aged girl. She's got red hair, a couple of freckles, and you see she looks nervous. Okay, even though she looks behind her a bit, down the hill towards what the street and stuff. Then when she sees you, she perks up a bit. She's like, "Oh hey, yeah, so you're the knight of the area, right? You this is your castle, right?"
Yes. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes. Do you mind if I come in? I it's kind of delicate, I guess, and I'd prefer if we talk inside where she looks around again, where things can't overhear.
Maybe. Hold on a second. And Sir Nick, who is still a bit paranoid, grabs I can't remember which night it was, but the one who was doing all the fairy screening from recently.
I think it was Mavis last time. I could be wrong.
Anyways, he grabs the knight and kind of puts her through the routine of scanning to make sure she's not a fae or something.
Yeah, she's asked hold the thing of the coal iron, and if she holds it, fine, no problem. No sizzling flesh.
And anti-Loki measures, if we know any.
Yeah, you find that for anti-Loki stuff, that's a bit harder, just because, especially if it's someone you had never met.
Yeah.
So she passes the anti-fairy test, and she passes what limited anti-Loki things you have.
Okay, so
which mostly just consist of, are you Loki? No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. So Nick kind of calls back to Jesse to kind of hide Asterios just in case, and probably in the futon room.
All right.
And then eventually lets her in. Sorry, just had to clean up a mess.
It's fine. And then she walks in. She sits down on one of the ratty couches you have lying around. So I saw you at the Medusa. I worked there. I was one of the servers. I'm not a lamia, by the way. It's kind of hard to actually get. There's not that many lamias in the area. I know there are a couple of the girls who work there actually are, but the rest of us, it's just a little bit of magic thingamabob, like a belt we wear. It takes some getting used to, but yeah. So I saw you talking with some of the fairy at the club, right? That was you?
I think so. I think there might be some Loki involvement with that. We're not sure yet, but I
Loki.
think so.
He's the tricky guy, right? From Norse stuff.
Maybe it's hard to tell sometimes, and then Sir Nick kind of leads her out at earshot of Mel if he's able to.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the point. So listen, I need your help. You see, my friend James, he's kind of got entangled with some of the fae folk, the fairies, and it's not good for him. I'm worried about him. I think he maybe got someone to deal with. He looks like he's dying. Honestly, when the school year started, earlier he first got here, he looked fine. He was doing great, but now he doesn't. I don't think he sleeps anymore. He barely shows up to class, and if he does, he falls asleep during it.
Is he complaining of bad dreams? Because we had a rash of those recently.
Bad dreams? No, I don't think so. That's because I don't think he sleeps that much anymore. It's just every night, no matter what the night is, that woman thing just drags him along to do stuff. no matter what.
So he has a very needy girlfriend?
That's what I thought at first. But then at first he was kind of secretive about it. He didn't really show us, like, to show her off to the group and stuff. So I looked deeper into it. And then I remember I think it was last weekend, not the one last before one for last. I saw they came in, and this girl, I swear she runs. I don't know what she's doing to him. I just know he came in. He had bruises all over a couple of bruises. He looked like he didn't look good. He looked like the life was being sucked out of him. So I tried to talk to him about this. He tried to get him out of it, but he just said that he can't get away from her, that he's bound to her. So I was thinking that since, she just stole the whole place, you might be able to break him out of it or something, whatever it is you do.
Is he trapped somewhere, or is this more of like a metaphorical bond?
I don't know. He might have some kind of thing on it. Maybe like the magic tattoo thing that binds them to her. But I just know that it's not healthy. Whatever that's going on with it between them.
Wait, is it a thing to get like magic tattoos? That, like, if you get like your fiance's name tattooed on you, is that
Actually,
is that
give
like
me
a
a
thing
culture
inside?
intellect roll. See, you do gotta use culture. It's useful. Okay, so with 4 successes, you just know this. It's like so especially in the last like couple of decades, the tattooing thing has become much more prevalent. It used to be like maybe like from historical stuff, like they used to do that for like binding magical contracts and stuff. And you always hear about a couple of horror stories about how people will get like a person's name, sort of like a contract tattooed on them, and then it's hard to like get out like in a divorce with that sort of tying stuff. So it's like a bit of a almost like getting body piercing. It's sort of like a extreme way of showing devotion to someone. And of course,
So-
sometimes, especially among young people, it's something that can be done without thinking it through.
So does this James actually have like a tattoo of this girl on him?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him with his shirt off, so it could be there. But
Where's
I don't
Gary
know.
when you need him?
Right? Gary would totally know everything about this. But he always disappears on us. That Gary. He's a wild card. Not like me. I'm dependable.
Yeah, speaking of dependable, didn't you get fired from that tattoo place by the mall?
Well, yeah, but people working there were assholes. The other people working there. Okay, all the people, including me.
I mean, if this is actually a thing that James actually has on him, allegedly, it might be worth checking up there.
All right, and then you see the girl says, "Yes, thank you. My name's Lisa. Just putting it out there. It took me a bit to find out, but I know where he and she like to go out on nights. It's this place. It's sort of you have to know someone to get in usually, but I think someone of your stature, is that the word, can get in.
Oh, okay. What is this place?
I don't know how you pronounce it. It's in whatever the language it's supposed to be in. Everyone who I heard it's just called the Pit.
The Pit. Jesse, have you ever heard of this place?
No. Can I roll something for this?
Sure, give me an intellect, and I'll accept either culture or subterfuge for this,
I
whichever's
think I'll
higher.
take subterfuge. Otherwise,
right.
I'd be rolling one die.
It's kind of cheating this way, but yeah, I'll accept subterfuge.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse does hang out in like rougher places, but like he doesn't have any points in culture, so I guess I don't know. I think it sort of makes sense. I got 1 success anyway.
All right, so with 1 success, you definitely know it's like a seedier club for the more supernatural community. Like there's places where like the Medusa, where sometimes you might see a creature or something right alongside people, but a place like the Pit is much more dedicated to the supernatural communities.
Yeah, so I heard about it. It's like a dedicated supernatural club or something. Gary'd probably know it, and half the people in it.
Is this the type of place we can just like look up on the internet and find out its location, or does Lisa know?
Yeah, Lisa, she turns to you and says, I don't really think it shows up on most internet searches. Yeah, I think you have to know a spell or something. But yeah, she writes out the directions for you. Instead, it says go to this street, but then it says knock on the door 3 times, have do a drop of blood here. A bit more magical direction.
So a bit more than knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. All right. Okay, I guess we have some time. I mean, things are busy, but and then he kind of looks back at like Mel with headphones on, like slurping down noodles. I guess we can help. Look into it at least.
You just thank you, Nick, Sir Nick. What is it, Sir Nick, or how do I address you?
Nick is fine, I guess. He says, like,
okay,
not really knowing it, being used to it himself.
Okay, thank you. It's just, I'm just worried about my friend. Okay, I'm just worried about James. Thank you for this. Then she turns and she heads out of the castle.
I guess our evening's going to be a bit longer than we thought, Jesse.
Guess so. Anyway, I could use a distraction. Maybe I can find some real good fighters there.
I mean, maybe it's like a mosh pit or a gladiatorial pit or something.
Yeah, I wish.
Nick shrugs and goes back to the probably kitchen counter where they are all like eating spaghetti earlier. And tells the Asterios you can come out now.
You see like the 6 foot tall minotaur just comes out, hanging his head sheepishly. Thank you for letting me back out. I don't like spending too much time in a room like that.
Yeah, no, I think until we know what's going on, the less people that know you're here, the better. I mean,
okay.
And then I turn and like face Mel and try to get her attention because she probably still has earphones on.
Right? She looks at she sees her arm and she like, yeah.
Sorry, but Jesse and I have to go take care of some like Scion stuff. I'm awfully sorry I couldn't finish dinner or whatever with you, but if you need to keep working, please feel free. You're not being kept here by any means, but
no. It's fine. It's fine. Good place too. Very good magic ley lines. Yeah.
Oh,
so I don't mind spending the night here if need to.
Okay. Well, we'll be going pretty quick. I'll just if you need to borrow a sweatshirt or something, there's the laundry's that way.
Thanks. So
turns before she can see
regularly, like what you did for my neighborhood. You go out and just help people like that.
People usually come to us.
It's been happening more and more often lately. We once had to just babysit cows.
Cows?
Like actual cattle at a ranch for this like some Scion person.
And then you see a stereo sort of perk up. Were they man-eating cows? I hadn't heard about those.
No, they're just like regular cows. They weren't maze makers like you. They're like and Sir Dick is kind of like fumbling for the right words to kind of like.
You mean the low cousins?
If that's what they're called.
I remember once my parents mentioned that the low cousins were common food item for the humans, and that it was us who were elevated somewhat. I guess we ate people too. I guess the founder he sort of just trails off mumbling, not really sure what he's trying to say.
I think I kind of empathize with him actually, because like Sir Nick loves a good cheeseburger, but he's also not sure exactly how delicate of a situation this is for him. It was mostly just protecting them from like chupacabras and stuff.
You fought chupacabras?
Yeah, with like
you see Mel. She started to get interested in this story. Like, did you save any of its teeth or fangs or some of its hide? Those things are amazing for blood work of any kind.
I mean, Jesse still had part of one, or maybe it was Hassan that took one. I don't know. I hit one with a rifle, but like not with the shooting of it. It was. I don't really know how to use guns. I just kind of bashed him.
That explains the sword. But anyway, so how many have you killed? I don't really care about it. Did you save any of it? Did you save any part of it?
I'm trying to think back. I think someone saved a bit of it somewhere, but I don't remember.
So you just left a valuable monster lying around with its parts that you could salvage for all kinds of stuff.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Scion whose lands we were on might have just taken some of it, but I don't know. We're kind of new at this.
Okay, that makes sense. So, how about this? Next time you kill a chupacabra, can I get its teeth?
Sure.
Great.
If we see one.
Great.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we left a few carcasses down by the drainage ditches. I mean, I wouldn't recommend checking them out, but
Yeah, I suppose the city sanitation only got him and swept him up.
yeah, I guess I can give you a call the next time we kill something. And
He would do that?
if you,
Thanks! Man,
Oh.
I'm gonna get so many good stuff. And then
yeah,
she just starts like muttering to herself about like all different stuff she could do with the parts.
and Nick's thinking to himself like, well, if she's she's like geeking out over like basically animal parts that basically Scion World sanitation would deal with, then she must have really liked that rope thingy he gave her.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely tell she is like very geeky about this. Yeah. All right. So yeah, So what are you guys taking? What are you guys like doing? Any preparations before you head out for the pit?
Should we pregame or something?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing out of character. Yeah, I assume Jesse and Nick just have a beer or 2 or 3 before that.
All right.
I mean, it is a social gathering place, so I don't know. Nick will probably bring like his very deadly sword. Maybe arrange to have one of the knights drive him out and back, and just keep watch in case we need some backup.
All right. So
Yeah.
You get all your stuff arranged and stuff. So you head out. You get up into a car. And you set off. The town. It takes you to like it's downtown ish, but you see it's a bit more to the west side of Phoenix, which is generally seen as a bit more of a crime-ridden, bit lower class. And then you get out of the car. You head like towards like an alleyway. And then you have to knock on a thing 3 times, like throw a drop of blood from each of you on like a stone here or there. Then you see like the wall like a building opens up and stairs leading down.
How well lit is it?
You see like some lights strung up there, like almost like a cave, like lights on a string, and you hear like music distantly and coming from the bottom of the stairs.
But there's like no one checking IDs or anything?
No, there's no one at the immediate entrance to the stairs, no.
I guess we're at the right place.
Maybe there's like a special knock.
I think we did the knock already.
All right, so do you guys go down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
I guess
so.
so.
Yeah, you head down the stairs and you see like the steps themselves look like they're made out of concrete, but the walls, they look, first at the top, they look like they're made out of like stone or something, but then they almost start to get more like concrete-ish. It's like a weird industrial vibe to it. As you get closer, you hear like heavy metal music going on. You hear just like heavy guitars thrashing around. You hear like guys doing the metal scream. I don't know. It's better to say that. And then you get.
Do I recognize the music?
I'd say give me that could be a culture roll. Let's say intellect and culture.
Well, apparently it's not my style. 0 successes.
Okay, so I think Jesse, did you get one success?
Oh, I didn't know that I could roll, but honestly, I don't think Jesse would.
Yeah. You don't know this
at
one.
all.
It sounds harder than the stuff you usually listen to. That's pretty much all you know about it. It's something you don't really listen to. And so you get down the stairs, and then you turn to the left, and there you see a guy. He looks human, but he's got like a couple of like too many eyes. Honestly, not just like on his head. He's got like some on his arms, on his legs, and somewhere it's got a lot of eyes everywhere. So he's just like sort of standing there, with all of his eyes looking at you guys, standing by a door, and you hear like the music more clearly coming from the other side of it. A little off by the door, there was a big wooden thing.
Hello.
The guy just stares at you.
Can we go in?
Stares.
All right, I'm going in. And
The guy
Jesse's-
just tries to puts one hand out towards you, Jesse.
Sir
I
Nicholas
keep
gives him
going.
a low 5.
All right, so he puts his hand on your shoulder, Jesse, and just holds you there for a second.
I sort of start casually freezing the air.
All right, yeah. So you imbue your legend, and you definitely feel like it's almost like the air around you starts to. You see like a little bit of frost and a mist coming off you. So then the guy he feels it, and he just nods towards you. Let's go over your shoulder, then gestures for you to go on in. So yeah, you open up the door, and
You just let Jesse in?
yeah, he gestures for Jesse. He does the same thing. Put the hand on your shoulder.
Can I please go in?
You feel the grip tighten a bit on your shoulder there.
Hey, now, you don't really want to be doing that. Don't make me call you out. And I guess I imbue a little bit of my fear passion as I'm like rubbing the pommel of my sword with my thumb.
All right, so yeah, you also like you put a little like your divinity into your words, and you see like several of the eyes sort of blink, or several of the eyes widen a bit. Then they just sort of like narrow at you. Then you see like the hand comes off and he nods at you.
While he has his hand on me, can I do the lover's intuition and ask who is this character close to?
All right. I think, do you have to roll for that, or do you just get that?
I think I just asked a question. But
okay. So who is close to? You're gonna have to make me think about this. In your head, you see like the image of like this. He looks Polynesian, like a big, brown-skinned man. Got several tattoos on his back and stuff, and on his arms and legs.
Do they seem to have like a family resemblance?
Not really.
As he pulls his hand off, hey, tell your friend we say hi. The one with all the tattoos.
You see the eyes you see like several of the eyes on the guy's arm just sort of narrow at you. Then they just sort of, again, he just nods for you to go inside.
Well, once we're out of earshot, I'll say, oh, that was weird.
All right, so once you get past the door, like the first thing that hits you is the sound of it. You see like there's like there's heavy metal music being played, and you can't really make out the language. But Jesse, it's sort of strikes at this weird chord in you, and so you can't make out what language they're singing it. You just know it's something that sort of gets your blood pumping.
Hell yeah, I should hire these for my fight club.
I should see that coming. So yeah, the next thing that hits you is the smell. It smells of smoke, alcohol, bits of blood here and there, and just dirt, just something dirty under all of that. And so you see like more lights strung up on strings, a couple of like mining lamps hung up on hooks around the place. You see like there's like a band rocking out on like a stage over in one corner. Tons of people like piercings, tattoos, and just various like monster-ish looking things around the place. You see a couple of lamia. You see a couple of they look not. You see a couple like people like dark blue skin, like what the old man at the complex used to have. You see all kinds of things out there, and in one corner you see like a young man who matches the description that Lisa gave you, James, and sitting next to him is like this like white blonde haired woman she reminds you instantly of Leah from the other night.
I'll point her out to Jesse and say, Cray, we have some trouble.
Well. Sir Nick getting caught in a love triangle.
Faith and belief in a greater power, or even a pantheon, is a theme in many of our games. Sometimes faith has a darker side. If you like this aspect of gaming, consider checking out our more fiendish story arcs, Inferno Temptation, War is on Fire, and Demon the Fallen Fragments.